play me in they bras, we gon' take over the world while these haters getting mad. Take over the world.
Hello YouTube, I'm Jimmy.
And I'm John. Sorry we haven't played in a long time. My phone unfortunately broke, so we've been looking for alternatives and just got my phone back and we're now back in business. We will have 3 videos this week to make up for the last 2 weeks. Sorry we haven't posted.
So, today's episode of Jimmy and John is...
Hammered.
Now, John, explain to us what hammered is.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to destroy the teams with this puppy right here. We will be hammering the teams for their poor performances this week. Well, let's get started.
Our first team to get hammered is the Bengals, who lost 23-20 against the Steelers.
The Bungles. They will always bungle, as in the first half, the juggernaut team of the Bungles showed up, but then blew a 17-point lead to the Steelers. Which, any team who blows a lead, like, I don't know, the Falcons, deserves to be
hammered. Alright, our second team to be hammered here is the Giants, who lost 24-17 against the Raiders.
Try as they may, it would be hard to blame the Big Blue Army, as Geno Smith started over Eli Manning, ending his start streak at 210. And the reason for Eli Manning not starting is due to Ben McAdoo, who will soon, as we know, was going to be fired from the Giants, which probably is the best case scenario for the Giants, as this is their worst season in years, which is a valid reason for why they should be
hammered.
Now we'll do it.
Our third team to be hammered here is the Dolphins, who lost, or the Broncos, who lost 35-9 against the Dolphins.
The Broncos, as they say, have the best defense in the league, but as we've seen, they got jack-slapped by the Dolphins offense, and they give up 35 points to the incompetent Dolphins offense, which goes to show that Jay Cutler really isn't that horrible, but he really is horrible, so, which is a valid reason for why they should be
hammered.
Now we'll do it.
Alright, and our fourth team to be hammered here is the Chiefs, who lost 38-31 against the Jets.
The mediocre Chiefs, once again, have lost. 6 out of their last 7 games they have lost after starting 5-0, which brings them to a total record of 6-6. The Chiefs' offense and the Chiefs' defense have been punished by the Jets, as the Chiefs lay an egg in the fourth quarter, which is a valid reason for why they should be
hammered.
Now, our special mentions for this week. First we have Tom Brady yells at offensive coordinator. They got into a little bit of an argument and ended up Tom Brady was yelling at his offensive coordinator. And Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese both fired after the loss to the Raiders. Probably because they've sucked this year. Like, they've sucked. Let's just put it that way. And Marcus Peters throws a fan a souvenir as he throws a penalty flag into the stands. He got a penalty called on him for pass interference, as he thought but actually it was on the offense. And to show that he wasn't happy with the call, he grabbed the flag and tossed it probably 10 to 12 rows into the stands, which was pretty impressive throw. But that got him a suspension for 1 game. And we got some tributes going on this week. First, we have the injury of Vontaze Burfict, which we will be holding a happy tribute for.
Ready to go.
And now, the sad injury of Ryan Shazier. Okay, I don't like the Steelers, but this was a tragic injury for them. Shazier went to put a tackle on one of the Bengals running backs and put his head down and ended up hurting his spine. And we don't know how long he's going to be out, but it's a sad time. So we'll be holding a tribute for Ryan Shazier.
Away from each other. Oh, now it's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to stay.
Now, the suspensions. Gronk cheap hits and causes injury on one of the defensive backs this week. And another suspension is Juju Smith's cheap hit against the Bengals that hurt Vontaze Burfict. Thank you, Juju. And now, what we have been waiting for. The elimination board. Right here.
Right here.
We have some teams that are being eliminated this week. As everybody knows. We have, from the NFC, these teams. And this week we will be joining the Bears
Yeah.
with their loss.
Goodbye, Bears. Good,
I crossed out the other teams. It's kind of hard to see.
just fish.
They are crossed out. Now, as teams are starting to fade away from playoff contention, we would like to congratulate all the teams on a hard work season, even though they all sucked. And this year has been full of injuries, really.
Definitely, yeah.
A lot of terrible, tragic injuries, like Aaron Rodgers' collarbone,
Oh,
Odell Beckham Jr.'s leg, just Shazier's back, Vontaze Burfict. I mean, that's good, but still.
like,
Yeah, like Richard Sherman's Achilles. Just been a bad year. Well, that we will close this out.
we're going to end this video out on a good note. I'm Jimmy.
And I'm John. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more.